Hey guys, so I am back with another word today. We are on fire with the words. I probably post this one tomorrow just to give you guys some content for tomorrow, but I am getting the words out that have been backed up. So this here word is a black magic. This is a black magic spell that how it affects you in some ways. Okay, so I'm just gonna get right in. When I started my hair journey, Holy Spirit sent me Stephanie P. Smith, which is a beautiful spirit. She's a beautiful young lady, beautiful, genuine heart. I love her down. And, I've had many of one-on-one calls with her. We've emailed many of times. So she's a beautiful spirit. That is someone that he called to me as an instructor. So many of times when he give me revelations or he's speaking to me about a specific thing that's going on currently with my situations, he'll send a message through her, or he can use this other lady he sent to me as well. So let me get right in, guys. This here message that I have, okay, so a lot of the times how the Holy Spirit will use me, I will go through a lot of this stuff and then he'll take me back to the revelation of what that was. Okay, so a lot of the times I go through it and I don't have full knowledge on what I went through it. I felt it, I experienced it, but I don't have full insight on exactly what it was. So many of the times, long as I sit with it, he'll come back and he'll bring it back to my memories and let me know what that was. Okay, so this particular time, now this is a different person. I have 3 people that I know who is doing this here black magic stuff on me. 3 people. And spell work altogether, spell work. This particular person that I'm talking about is a male. And I want to say this. When they do that black magic and they conquer up some spells, or the spell practitioner cook up some spells. Okay. So this particular spell work was targeting to bring me into a sexual bond with this person. Okay, so let me give you an example of some of the things that I experienced. Okay, so when I was going through this person was in my atmosphere physically, and he kept offering me food, and Holy Spirit was giving me a deep conviction to not eat the food, And it was like very strong urge to eat this food. Like I wanted it so bad, like my mouth was watering for this food. I kid you not. So this man is a Haitian man. This is a Haitian man. When I tell you, the outside appearance, the way that he treated me was magnificent. It seemed to be magnificent, but it was something dark about his soul and I couldn't never figure him out. Like being in a relationship with this person, I couldn't figure him out. I literally couldn't figure him out. So I was going based off of how he was treating me, based on how, he would cater to me, like cook me food. This is some food that he would cook up. It was, the curry chicken with the potatoes, with the rice. He made it so good. And I really liked that dish. So this time around, when the Holy Spirit started to speak to me, I was hearing from the Lord, and God was already telling me to stay clear from this here person, right? So I allowed this person to come back around, and he wanted to bring me food. And like I stated earlier, it was mouth-watering. I wanted that food. And I even took the food into my home. But the conviction that God was giving me was, do not eat the food. Do not eat the food. So I did not eat the food. I threw the whole bowl away. All right. Later in that day, the Holy Spirit had gave me a vision, and he was showing me, I just seen it was like a ball with a string, and it was going in rotation like this. It was like a hypnotized thing that was trying to hypnotize me. And I was up, and I was like, oh no, We rebuke that. We rebuke it. And that was my first time receiving a vision from the Lord. The first time. Most of the time when God gives you a vision, it's something currently happening at that moment. Like something is, he needs you to see that now, because most of the time it's like happening currently. So, or finna happen in minutes or stuff like that. So when he gives you a vision, it's most of the time going to happen like minutes away, or it's happening at that moment. So I just remember, and then also he didn't know that, yeah, that was the first vision he gave me. But then he gave me another vision that he was at my front door, and I didn't even, no one was at my front door at the time, but that day he gave me a vision of him walking up to my front door, and it was like our eyes are cameras. It's a weird way to, I don't know, guys. I'm just being honest. It's like these eyes of ours are very, very spiritual. They're spiritual. And it was like I was at the door, answering the door, looking through my eyes at the door. But I wasn't physically at the door. But I seen this, and I seen him come up to the door. So Holy Spirit was letting me know that he was getting ready to come to my home. And he pulled up to my home without asking, unexpectedly, after I told him, not to come back over. After I told him don't come back over, he pulled up to the door. Shortly after this happened, shortly after he gave me that vision, he came to the door. Okay? I have the footage. So, when I opened the door, the spell work that he did, and the black magic spell work, bind it up with a sexual attraction, some type of sexual, to draw me in sexually. I felt that urge to want to dig with him, like really, not to be too TMI, I'm sorry guys, but I'm being honest. It was an urge that he did with that black magic spell to draw me in, to try to lure me in with a sex bond with him. After I cut ties with him, he pulled up to my house, and by me being in close proximity to him, it urged it even stronger, to where I didn't know where this feeling was coming from, out of the blue. It was like a strong urge. And it's because the spell work that he had done, that is one of the things that they had binded up in their little cooking pot or whatever, however they do their spells. That was one of the things that he was trying to bind me by, is by sexual activity. Now that's the black magic spell, guys. Be aware if this happens to you. Know what it is. And see, I didn't know at the time. I knew that it was spiritual. I just didn't know that it was a sexual binding that he was doing when he did this here black magic. So I want to say this as well. When you have a child by this person, the spirits that they're operating in, the demonic spirits, the witchcraft, the things that they're engaging in, the dark things, if you have a child with that person, it's going to affect that child because they share the same blood. So you have to go the extent to cover that child, to pray over that child, to anoint that child. And that's one of my one-on-one calls that I had with Stephanie, is what am I to do about this? And she told me to anoint my baby's feet, take her a bath, anoint her feet, and pray over her. But she told me to go into a 24-day fast. So that's what I had did. So I've already encountered, I know when I see a spirit in someone. I can see a spirit in someone through the eyes and the wicked smiles, the wicked laughs, or their eyes, or the extensive, like the baby, for instance, it'll be the cries, the type of cry that they have, and the eyes will tell me if a baby is being possessed. And this is how these spirits can use anybody. They don't discriminate. They can use an older person, they can use a child, they can use anybody. Okay, they just use you as a vessel. They hop into you quickly. It's like a quick, like a quick flash like that. You see what I'm saying? It's a quick flash. Now, it has been broken off of my child. I prayed. I did everything that was necessary and needed. My child no longer has that spirit. But a lot of the times when they have those spirits in them or manifested in them at that time, the child doesn't know that. The person sometimes doesn't know that if they're not aware. Okay? So they don't know that they were being possessed, but you know that they were, if you have the spiritual eyes to see. So I just want to bring this to you guys so that you guys are aware of how this stuff be working. And this witchcraft is real. Real. It's not for play. Okay? It's not pretend. It's not fake. No, this is for real. Okay? So if you encounter someone who is doing that, be mindful of the food that you eat from people and the food that you take from people, because that's a lot of the time they like to do it. Cook up some stuff in the food. Even in your dreams, they'll try to serve you something to come into an agreement with that. Even sexual activity in your dream, they could put a face on from your kingdom husband. This was done to me too. They'll place a face like it's my kingdom husband, but we're interceding. Oh, thank you, Holy Spirit. Listen, they will put the face on of your kingdom spouse, and you will engage in sexual activities thinking that was your kingdom spouse. No, that was a sex bond that you just agreed upon and came into an agreement with when you thought that was your kingdom spouse in your dream. Okay, so that's another way you came into an agreement with it. If you don't wake up and rebuke and denounce and counsel that stuff, then guess what? Now it's a strong urge. Now you feel the effects. You will feel the effects. You will start to feel the effects very strongly. The symptoms. You'll start to feel the symptoms. Like I said, when he came to the door, it was a strong urge of wanting to do XYZ. You see what I'm saying? It was a strong urge. It's because of that dream that I had, and plus the spell work that he had did, and then I had it in my dream, and I was not knowledgeable enough to rebuke and denounce or counsel it at that time. So when he showed up, and a lot of the times when they do this spell work on you, they want to come present in your atmosphere. They want to be present in your atmosphere so that they can see if it'll work, see if it's taking effect, see if whatever they concoction, if it's working. That's what they do. So a lot of the times when you see someone say, well, I felt like I was under a spell, and then you come into proximity. Just imagine me, feeding into that urge and allowing him to come in and then this happens. You see what I'm saying? A lot of times you can be tricked by the enemy by falling into that urge, feeding that urge. That's not what I did. I did not do that because I knew that it was spiritual. I knew that this person did something to me to try to get me back in with sexual wise, because I felt it strongly. So a lot of time people fall into that tactic of the enemy and end up doing those things. You see what I'm saying? Really, they were manipulated into doing those things by the spell work, but the urge, they fed into the urge. You see what I'm saying? The spell work was done, which wasn't supposed to be done, so it was a manipulation tactic, and it was a spell work behind it. But are you going to feed that urge? Don't feed the urge. And see, a lot of people feed that urge and are sucked in by that spell work. They tempted. They fall into temptation. Thank you, Holy Spirit. They fall into temptation when they do that, when they feed the urge. That's what I got for you guys today, okay? So I hope this helps somebody. I hope this, look, y'all, they trying to get us. Listen, we got to be 10 steps ahead of the enemy, because the enemy's slick and conniving, right? So we got to be 10 steps ahead just to keep our head on a swivel, sober minded, so that we're able to see the enemy's tactics and call it for what it is, right? Call it for what it is. All right. So until next time, guys, I love you all. Until next time.